Good evening. I'm Audra Morgan. The Storm SD on X with San Diego Live Data here in Coronado on the island here to continue the venture today of asking people about whether or not they have voted, how they voted, and who they voted for. It's been quite interesting. We started out in Carlsbad, then went to Encinitas, La Jolla, and we were just in Hillcrest, and now again we are here in Coronado. So I'm going to see who we can talk to, and if people would like to. Can I ask you a question? No, he might be too young. Yeah, thank you. That's okay. This seemed to be kind of like a busy corner, and then it's funny because as you're going to get somewhere, it tends to slow down a little bit, but that's okay. There's been an interesting mix of opinions today as far as voting goes. Let's see if we can. May I ask you a question?
No, thank you.
No? Okay, thank you. And this is a Navy town. People, they like see the light and they're like, I'm going to go around that. I don't want to be on TV. But yeah, so there's been people that don't vote. There's been people that, it's been a very, like I was saying before, an eclectic mix of, people and their opinions. Some people, straight vote red or blue. Some of them, really want to be educated, so they do their own research in order to find out, who best represents them in their local community. But it's been interesting to see how many people don't really know what's going on or who to vote for in their local community. They know the grander scale for the national elections, but they don't necessarily know who their representatives are. Let's see if can I ask you a question? I'm sorry? No? No? Okay, thank you. Some people don't know. I mean, they don't even know what you're going to talk about, but some people, tell you it's none of your business. It's, something like I was saying before that, as a kid, they were always telling me and other people, hang on just one moment. May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you vote?
Yes.
You did. Did you mail in your ballot? No? Okay. All right. It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, some people are just on the go and they're, it's Saturday night. This is an interesting place. Let's see if I can. Can I ask you a question? No. Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Have a good night. All right. So, yeah, you never know. You just kind of got to, get to the people as they come. And, it'd be interesting to see kind of what the as far as voting goes. So let's see if. May I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? Did you vote? Did you vote?
I will.
You will? Are you going to go into the registrar?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to vote for Kamala or Trump? You can't tell? Okay. Are you voting? Do you live here?
Yes.
You do. Do you know who your city council and your mayor are? Are you going to vote for them?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Okay. Well, have a good night. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's interesting. Not a lot of people here want to talk. That's okay. I mean, it is Saturday night, but it would be interesting to see how they feel here. And again, who knows if it's like me? You know what I mean? They're like, I don't know which side she's on. Sir, may I ask you a question? No? Okay, thank you. May I ask you a question? Okay, thank you. Have a good night. Yeah, people are on their way somewhere. But it's been interesting to talk to young adults or younger individuals and seeing, how they feel about voting, if they were able to vote, if they're looking forward to it. Let's see if I can. May I ask you a question? Okay, wonderful. Will you come over here? Thank you. What's your name?
Mary.
Mary.
Yeah.
I'm Audra. So have you voted already?
Not yet.
Are you going to do registrar or somewhere here locally?
Not here. We live in Encinitas. Likely go to the polling station.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And would you vote for Donald or Kamala?
That's a great question. And probably Kamala at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Do you like her policies?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, why
It's
would
just
you?
more of a character issue
Okay.
for me. Yeah. Yeah.
But do you like some of Trump's policies?
I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you are voting and you're deciding, do you try and do research to make sure they represent who you are?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know your local city council and your board of supervisors?
No, that's part of the research I still need to do this weekend. Yep.
Because Tara Lossing-Reamer is your Board of Supervisors, and she's running against Kevin Faulkner. He used to be the San Diego mayor.
Okay.
And so Tara right now is in the office, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Have you ever attended any of the local meetings?
Have not. No.
Do you think that the local elections are just as important as the national ones?
Oh, probably more important. Yeah.
Because then we can shape things in our community, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when, if you saw something that you didn't like in your community, would you go to a meeting and try and change that?
Potentially, if I felt strongly enough about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that, and this is just, do you think that the elections are secure and that, have you ever heard of any fraud going on?
No.
Okay.
So yes, I do think they're secure. No, I haven't heard of fraud.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Have a good
Yes,
night.
You too.
Thank you. That was nice. Yeah, so see, it is interesting. A lot of people don't know their local, representatives, and I think that that is definitely more important than on a national level, because it's in your local community where you can affect change. And again, it's sad to see how many people don't know who their reps are, and wouldn't know them if they passed them on the street. And I think that that's kind of why our communities tend to fall apart, is because people aren't holding their representatives accountable and making sure that they are passing things or doing things that the community approves of. And a lot of times what happens is something will come forward that's already been planned and voted on and passed, and then that the people, when they see it coming in, that they want to say something about it. But you can stay on top of what's happening in your local community if you pay attention to your local city council or board of supervisors meetings. You know exactly what's coming down the pipe, because it's a process to get all of the things implemented. And I'm hoping that more people will start to realize that it's in our communities where it really matters, and want to start to get involved. And I guess they do say, like many of them that I've asked today, that if there was something that they felt they needed to change, that they would go. But I also think, some of them don't know what's coming down the pipe, and that's kind of hard, because then, again, you don't want to catch it after it's already happened. It's way too hard at that point you can always do something, but it's a lot harder to affect change after something's already been implemented. And, you want your representatives to represent you. That's why it's important to educate yourself and make sure you're doing your due diligence to research the people that you're going to be voting for, research the props, research the bills that are, coming down the pipe, because you don't want to just go in meeny, miny, mo and make a careless decision. And let's see if we can talk to some of these guys. Oh, they already passed it. They said no already. So, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
I just wanted to know, did you already vote?
Yes.
You did. What's your name?
Adam.
Adam. I'm Audra. And did you mail in your ballot, or did you take it to a center?
Actually, because of my job, I can't talk about my voting
okay.
stuff. So.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Sorry.
I appreciate it. Have a
Yeah,
good
you as
night.
well.
Yeah. Interesting. So let's see if. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's your name?
Rebecca.
I'm Audra. Did you vote already?
Yes.
You did. And did you go to a polling center, or did you mail in your ballot?
I dropped it off at the library.
Okay. And are you going for Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
What policies do you like best to hers?
She's a decent person, so.
All right. And did you vote for your local city council and mayor?
Yes.
Okay. And have you ever gone to a city council meeting before?
No.
Have you been to a county meeting before?
No.
Okay. Do you think it's important to vote locally as it is nationally?
Yes.
And do you think that if there was something that you wanted to change, that you would potentially go to a meeting to try and change that?
I have gone to local things for like residential housing type things and school board meetings and things like
And
that.
do you find that makes a difference?
More or less.
Yeah.
And
Awesome. Was there anything you'd like to leave with our listeners?
no, just vote for Kamala.
Okay. Well, great. Have a good night. Good night. Interesting. So let's see. Let's see if we can look at all these dogs. Oh my gosh. Your little pack of dogs. Can I ask you a question? Did you vote already?
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk.
Oh, okay. All right. Have a good night. Yeah. So, could ask those girls. Trump? Is that what you say? You want to come and talk for a minute? No, they're kind of young. Probably need their parental consent, but that was cute. Chew Trumps from some younger teenage girls. So that's interesting. There's been a mix here too of different people, and this is a military, town, and so I can understand. Most of them are feeling that they can't talk about that, which is unfortunate. Because again, I think it's important for us to be open about these types of things. I don't think we should be so afraid or try and hide whoever it is. We should be able to feel free to, go ahead and that's the whole point of freedom of choice, like freedom to make decisions and not just have them be made for you. Because even when we were in La Jolla, I talked to some people from China, and they were talking about how, their voting is different there because they vote for like a representative, and then their representative votes for them for the other stuff. So that's interesting. And they said that they, think that kind of both ways to do it is like they're different, but very interesting. Let's see if I can. Do you guys want to answer some questions? What? Are you old enough to vote? No. Would you? Are you going to be soon?
I'm
17. So next year you can vote. Are you looking forward to it? You are. If you were to be able to vote now, would you vote for Kamala or Trump?
I vote for Kamala.
You would?
Yeah.
What do you like about her policies?
I think it relates to all my values, and whatever she has got going on, she probably has my vote. Yeah.
Because I think it's important to have whoever it is you vote for represent you, right? So when you look forward to voting, do you think that you'll do the research to make sure the people that you're going to be voting for and like the policies, that it's going to be something that represents you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely do my research, know what they want in the future, know what they want to do as a society, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that next year.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. So I look forward to you being able to do that. Thank you for talking with me. Is there anything else that you would like to leave with the audience?
No.
Well, have a good night. Thank you for stopping. Women's rights. Women's rights. There we go, you guys. Women's rights. That's so exciting to hear people who are, young adults that are not able to vote yet, but want to make sure that they're making the right decisions. And let's see if this guy would like to. May I ask you a question? Have you voted already?
Yes, I'm
You did. Oh, you did. But that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask you another? Are you on your way? Are you on your way? Can I ask you one more question? Well, so did you vote for Kamala or Trump?
I'm not getting.
You're not going to say. Okay. Did you do you pay attention to your local elections? Do you think those are important just as much? Yeah, right. And have you ever gone to like a council meeting or a board of supervisors?
No.
No. School board? No.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh, you don't. Okay, I wasn't sure. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, have a good night. Thank you. Interesting, yeah, because I mean, it doesn't really matter where you're from, even if you're from another state. The elections are happening, and it's funny because people will say that it is super important to, pay attention locally, but they don't necessarily do that, and then they don't know who it is that they're, potentially going to be voting for. But I think because they're not teaching that in school anymore, it's not something that they really encourage for people to go to these meetings and really shape your community, and that's exactly why we should do it. We should be holding them accountable. It's just very important to be the change that you want to see, and so it's been an interesting day here. Seems it's slowing down and pick up and then slow down. You never know. And so we are in Coronado Island, and this is in San Diego County, and this is our fifth stop this evening or today. And it's been, again, an interesting time talking to all of the different people from Carlsbad to Encinitas to La Jolla to Hillcrest and now in Coronado Island. And again, this is a military town, so, you may not get as many answers as you want because, and why do they tell them that? It's like, why do they tell them that it's not really something they can talk about? Because then it's like it kind of silencing you, and, their opinion should be able to be heard. Let's see if these young adults would like to talk. Maybe they're old enough to vote. Can I ask you guys a question? Yeah, come on over here. How old are you guys? 21. No,
21.
You're not. How old are you? Are you old enough to vote?
Yeah.
No. Well, how old are you guys? 15? Yeah. Do you would you like to vote?
Sure, why not?
Like, if you could vote, would you vote for Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Yeah?
Trump.
Okay, how come?
I don't know. I'd probably just say because like social media.
Yeah.
To be, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, social media.
Realistically, you know,
What about social media that would make you want to vote for him?
just the way that they
Yeah.
like frame him and then frame
Also,
Kamala
like,
Harris.
my
And just like the way like I don't really know, like there's just like different things like when Kamala Harris, like I'm a big believer in God, and when Kamala Harris like said things about Jesus, it just wasn't
Yeah.
like it just
Yeah, I
didn't,
agree.
you know.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I like that you're saying that. Now, so you go to high school, right?
Heck yeah.
Have you ever gone to a school board meeting?
I've not.
If there was something that you didn't like about what was happening at school, would you go?
If there were, wait, can you repeat that? My bad.
If there was something that you didn't like about what was going on in your school and you wanted to change it, would you go to try and talk to
Yeah.
them and get them to change it?
Yeah.
Mostly depends, but overall, I think yeah.
Yeah. So do they teach you civics, things like engaging in local government?
Mm-mm.
No. See, they used to teach that, and it's unfortunate they don't now, yeah, because there's like city councils. Like, do you have a student council, right?
Student council. Oh yeah.
And so it's kind of like that. Like you would, you have people on a board and they make decisions for you in like the city here. And then you also have a board of supervisors that decides everything for San Diego County. It's important to be engaged in local government. Do you think that maybe as you guys get older, you would like to do that? Not necessarily run for office, but maybe just make sure everything that's going on in your community runs smoothly?
I mean, it'd be a cool. I don't know if like obviously right now I'm not in that position right now, but maybe in the future. Over there, yeah, in that position.
Like running for office?
Yeah, I can see myself running for office.
What do you do? What do you want to do right now?
I want to be a lawyer.
You do? Interesting. And so you're going to go to law school?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Well, good for you. I wanted to be a lawyer when I was younger, and then I wound up going into acting, and I was like, "Oh, whatever, I can pretend to be a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not even have to go to school for it. No, I'm just joking. What do you want to be?
Probably. Actually, I was also thinking probably a lawyer as well.
Really?
Yeah.
And what kind of law? Like criminal law? Does it matter? Or you?
Yeah, I like family law.
Family law?
Yeah,
That's
I want to be an attorney.
interesting. Well, good luck. I hope you do that.
Like criminal law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that you guys are engaged, and good luck with the rest of your high school years. And look forward to when you can vote. Some research and make sure that whoever you're just picking is going to be good for you. Obviously, you have somewhat about Trump,
I
right?
mean, right now it's like I don't really know anything about. Like I'm not a big politics person. It's just social media. So, really, you'd be asking me like, who would you vote for? And I could say anybody. I don't really know because I don't know anything about politics.
Right. And so as you get older, then you will
I
learn.
will know, yeah. But right
Also,
now,
in the
I don't really know.
end, it won't really end up really affecting us, especially at our age. You know,
right- yeah,
like right now,
it
it
doesn't
won't.
really affect
It doesn't
us.
really
Yeah, I agree
affect
with
us.
that.
Being able
But
to
I can
vote,
see-
No, like just
or
like the
or who makes
Or like who's
Yeah.
president? Because like,
Because we don't do taxes.
I know.
Taxes. We don't
but if it, like with adults, I kind of I understand because of taxes, you know, like jobs, you know, stuff like that.
Right, but you don't think that any of the things that are going on really affect you until you're older.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting take. I love hearing from you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Is there anything? Yes.
Who would you vote for, Kamala or Trump?
Well, to be honest, yeah,
Might as well say it.
I don't vote.
Oh, really?
I don't. Yes.
Are we being
Um,
recorded?
We are. We're on TV. Say hello.
Are we
We're on
actually
X. We're on Facebook. We're on D Live and Twitch and Rumble. They took my YouTube away, so it sucks. But that's all right. It's just the way it goes. But yeah, I actually don't. I have voted before under somebody else to prove that there was some fraudulent behavior going on, and I want my vote to matter. And so there's different reasons why I don't. I think the system should be different. And I think people should be mindful in their decision making and making sure that whoever they're picking, that they really look into it and make sure it's somebody that represents them. So, yeah. Would you like to leave any final words with the people?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys like my shirt?
Right.
My shirt's like
I think they're clapping.
my shirt's cool. I got it at Zoomies. You know,
Oh, you
it's
did?
like one of the best stores. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night. What are you guys doing out here?
Just hanging out with our friends.
Yeah.
Where are your friends at?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys just like to walk up and down this area?
Yeah, it's nice. You get to like, I don't know, Coronado's nice. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice living here.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you like it.
It's better than like you can't really walk around in San Diego as
Yeah.
much. Like it's because like it's just not as many homeless people.
That's true. There's
So
a lot.
It's less dangerous. It's honestly, I mean, there's been like kidnappings here, but like I don't know. In Coronado, I'm not really scared because I mean, where the kidnappers were the last time that happened, there's a police station literally 2 blocks away. So, and if you scream in Coronado, help, help, like
There's
something's gonna
help, yeah.
happen. Like it's a really small town, so
When people probably try and protect each other.
yes, ma'am. It's
Well-
a really gated community. It's nice.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. It's been fun talking to you guys. You have a good night, okay? And God bless you.
Wait, what's your name?
Audra.
Audra. I'm Blake. Nice
Blake.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Dorian.
Dorian.
Yeah.
Dorian, great. Thank you to Blake and Dorian. Have a wonderful time with your friends. Okay. What a sweet kid. Yeah, that was the first time I did get asked that question. I was gotta be honest. Gotta be honest with the people. So, yes, I did. I went and voted under somebody else's name. You don't need an ID. And I cast a vote and wanted to prove that there is a flaw in the system because I believe that there should be a 1-day count, paper ballot, handwritten, and that's something that we can do. They did it from the beginning, and I believe that there is a lot of corruption in the system, and so, I want, again, for my vote to count, and, I wouldn't vote for things like if I didn't understand it enough. That's why I think it's important for us to educate ourselves and make sure that we're making sound mind decisions, ones that, are with intention as opposed to being, just kind of frivolous and not really taking care in this kind of decision making, especially in local elections. When I got started going to the Board of Supervisors meetings, I thought, and that's one thing, you think, well, they represent us, and I went thinking that they were going to listen to what we had to say, and I was bringing some important information forward about all of their COVID policies, wanting it to be the people's choice whether or not they were going to have to be vaccinated. Let's see if I can ask some more questions. May I ask you a question? Just real quick? Yeah? Which one? Both?
Definitely.
Okay. What's your name?
Mitch.
Mitch. I'm Audra.
Nice to meet you, Audra. I'm Sandy.
Sandy, nice to meet you. Have you voted already?
We have not.
We have not.
You haven't. Are you going to go into the registrar or a local center here?
We're from out of state. So
You are?
we
Okay.
came home to vote. Yeah.
Okay. Are you looking forward to doing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are you going to vote for Kamala or Trump?
Oh, we would never disclose that.
That's
publicly.
fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you vote locally as well? Do you know who your local representatives are?
No, we're not.
No.
We're not registered to vote here.
No, not here. I mean, wherever you're from.
Oh,
Some years, yes.
Yeah.
Some years, not so
Yeah.
much. And this year, probably not so much.
Okay. And will you look into whoever it is to make sure they represent you when you do vote?
Years like this year, I can't speak for him, but for myself, I just go in and vote with my party.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Then and
usually how I do it.
okay, great. And do you think that local elections as well as national ones are equally important?
Yeah, I do.
And if you felt like there was something in your community that you didn't, did you go to like a council meeting and try and affect change that way?
never have.
We
Never.
haven't
Never
been
have.
good at doing that.
Because you haven't gone in, or have you gone in and you've experienced that?
Yeah, we just haven't really done that. Like, we've signed a few petitions or whatever, but as far as going in and no, just haven't.
Do you like what's going on in your community? So you don't necessarily find a reason that you would need to go in?
For the most part, like, I can't say I've ever been tempted. How about you?
Yeah, for the most part. We've been pretty transient the last year and a half, so kind of difficult to get clued into the local issues when you're moving around a lot. But
Yeah, and you're in different areas, so it's like you're just kind of, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
So is there anything you'd like to leave with our viewers?
Who are your viewers?
I know there's people on X or Twitter. I mean, both. That's the same thing. Rumble, Facebook, D Live, Odyssey,
No, just
Twitch.
get out and vote.
There we go.
Vote your position.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. You guys have a great night. All right. God bless. So, yeah, interesting. You know, some people don't want to disclose who it is because then you kind of see which party they stand for, and you know, that's okay. Now it's starting to really come down. Raining. It's all right. I'm just getting a shower right now. It's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm just telling you my opinion. But yeah, so I think that we should, you know, be mindful in our decision making. We should be making sure that our elections are secure. And so, you know, for me, when I was able to go in and vote under somebody else's name because they don't ask for an ID, granted, my friend was right there next to me, so it wasn't like I did it and it was, you know, usurping somebody's vote. But I think that that is something that it was important to show that, and this was in the last election that we had. And it's kind of like when I'm uncovering things with the invasion that's happening and how people want to hide stuff. And when going into the registrar and asking, you know, questions and not having them not want to be transparent or talk to you, you know, makes you got to wonder what's going on. And, you know, we should be more open and honest if there's nothing wrong. And you can tell when people are trying to hide stuff that there's a problem there. And, you know, we found that across the nation. And so I think that it's important for me for them to be secure. It's important for, you know, your vote to really matter. But I encourage people to vote, and I think it is important. But that's why I encourage people to do it in a way that matters. And that's why I tell people to go to the registrar of voters. Like if you're getting a mail-in ballot, then you need to make sure that you take that in with you, don't actually use it, and make sure that your vote hasn't already been counted. Because during some of the last elections, when there were some midway ones for Board of Supervisors, because we had to replace Nathan Fletcher, they sent out triplicate ballots, and the registrar of voters said that they were only going to count one. But if you don't know which one that is, there's a problem because they could count any one of those and they could use those votes. And, you know, we know that there is fraud, and I think it's important that we are, let's see. Oh, those are the kids, yeah. These are the friends, which is exciting. Let's see. Let's see.
Have a good evening, ma'am.
You too. You guys have a good night. May I ask you a question?
Question? No, thank you.
No? Okay, well, have a good night. Yeah. Yeah, those kids are so sweet. You know, calling you ma'am. They got some good manners. It's nice, you know. This is looks like they're with their girlfriends. They said friends, but I'm like, those are girlfriends. It's cute. You know, just strolling down the, you know, walk. It's fun. But it's interesting, again, like to talk to kids and then adults and see the different opinions, you know, just going from different cities. So, you know, I appreciate you guys sticking with me today. It's something that 25... yeah. And so let's see if we can get, maybe these three people would like to answer some questions. You never know. But again, I love this. This is so much fun. That kid's young. But I wish they did. I wish they taught this more in school like they could have used to. Can I ask you guys some questions?
We're not from around here.
That's okay. It's just about whether or not you voted.
Oh, no.
Okay. Have a good night. Yeah, doesn't matter if you're from around here or not. It is a nationwide type of a question. And so, you know, it's just fun though. I think it's important that we, you know, give people the space to be able to tell people or, you know, just voice their opinions and not be afraid to do it. I wish more people were more open about it and not feeling like, makes you wonder why they don't want to. Is it because they are, you know, don't want you to judge them or whatever? Because I mean, that's a good reason. Let's see if these guys. Excuse me, you guys. Can I ask you a question? Did you vote? Will you come here for a second? No, you can't. Are you? Oh, yeah. Is there a reason they don't want you to talk about it?
Yeah, it's just to show that, you know, the military, the DoD is not political.
Okay, gotcha.
They can serve it partially.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You too. Yeah, so that is interesting. They're basically, you know, kind of told that they can't do that. They don't want to show any kind of, you know, discord or something. May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Yes. What's your name?
Orlando.
Orlando. Orlando, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Dang it, 16. So you can't vote yet.
I can't vote yet, but you can ask me a question if you
Yes.
want.
Are you looking forward to voting?
And I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Kamala.
Kamala. So what do you like about Kamala?
I don't know that much, but I know that my family's voting for her.
Okay. And so you would vote who your family's voting for?
My mom and my dad.
Okay. And do you so you have a city council in school, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you ever want to run for city council? I mean, student council is what I mean.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do they teach you about local politics in school?
Yeah, in history.
In
or
history.
history. Yeah.
History. But they don't teach you to kind of get engaged in your community?
And also, yeah, they teach
They
you.
do that too?
Yeah.
That's good. Do you think that when you're out of school that you would like to get involved and make sure your community is being run well?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
And when, with Kamala, so if you were going to vote, do you think that you would do some research on
Yeah,
the people?
I
Right.
will do some research.
Right, and it's because sometimes there's bills and props or different things. That's what they're called. That will bring forward sometimes taxes and different things before you make a decision. Do you think you would want to look into that so that you make a mindful choice?
I look at taxes, like how they treat the community, everything. Like it's really important. So we make like great. The United States great. Like it's really important. Like they're our future. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you like the way that things are run right now?
Yeah, it's going really good. Yeah.
Like it?
I like it.
So you'd like more of that, right?
Yeah, I like more of that and continue going greater, not less.
Not less.
Yeah.
And so do you think Trump would make it worse?
I don't know that much, but I don't know. Right now it's going really good. So.
Okay. Well, great. What are you guys doing here tonight? You just hanging out?
Hanging out, yeah.
Is this a good place to hang out?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Starbucks right now.
Nice. Well, you go have fun at Starbucks. Thank you for talking to me. What else would you like to say just to leave with the audience?
I don't know, like vote for somebody that's gonna make the United States greater. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank
Love
you.
that. Thank you guys. Have a good night. How fun. That's fun. Love it. Love it when kids want to get engaged. You know what I mean? I think they like the camera too. It's fun, right? When you're like, what? Oh my gosh. Like the little girl in La Jolla, she was so sweet. She was so excited for me to ask her questions, and she was probably like 5 or 6, or maybe 7, I don't know. But it was really sweet. So it's been an interesting night. Thank you guys for joining me in the rain, dancing in the rain. Anyway, I think that's probably about it because it's now really coming down, and my hair is going to get even more messed up than it already is. But I thank you guys for joining us today along this trek. I'm Audra Morgan, the Storm SD with San Diego Live Data. And just a reminder, if you want to get any more information, you can follow me on X. You can also go to SDLD 619 on X as well. But if you want to know more, you can go to San Diego Live Data at .com. Sorry, whoa, it's like raining. I'm trying to and then you can also email us at sandiegolivedata@gmail.com. And if you have any tips, concerns, just questions, whatever you'd like, you can call 619-678-1442. That is our tip line. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Sabbath, and good night. That's a wrap.